Utah state prosecutors have charged Tyler Robinson, the man accused of fatally shooting the far-right activist Charlie Kirk, with aggravated murder, meaning the 22-year-old could face the death penalty if convicted. Robinson remains jailed without bail and is scheduled to make his first court appearance by video this afternoon. Investigators report that DNA, consistent with Robinson's, was recovered from the trigger and other parts of the bolt-action rifle suspected to be the murder weapon, as well as from a fired cartridge casing, 2 unfired rounds, and a towel in which the rifle was wrapped. Court papers filed today allege that Robinson plotted the attack for a little over a week and later admitted the plan to his roommate and partner. According to the charging documents, the roommate says Robinson sent a text on September 10 directing them to look beneath a keyboard where they found a note that read, in effect, that Robinson intended to take out Charlie Kirk. When the roommate asked whether he was joking, Robinson allegedly replied with messages that expressed certainty and even a desire to keep the secret for life. Later exchanges quoted in the complaint include an apparent confession. When asked if he had been the shooter, Robinson allegedly replied, "I am. I'm sorry." He reportedly told the roommate he had had enough of the hatred and that some hatred could not be negotiated away. The documents also say Robinson messaged about retrieving a rifle that he said belonged to his grandfather and discuss ways it might be traced back to him. Authorities say surveillance and physical observations pointed to how the weapon may have been concealed. Charging papers describe an unusual gait consistent with carrying a rifle inside clothing and allege Robinson walked with minimal bending in his right leg while on campus. After the shooting, Robinson allegedly instructed the roommate to delete incriminating messages and to avoid speaking with police or the media. Robinson's mother is reported to have identified him in a public photo released by law enforcement. She told police she had noticed a shift in his political views over the past year, saying he had grown more left-leaning and more supportive of gay and trans rights. Family conversations cited in the charging papers include a reference to Kirk's event at Utah Valley University, which Robinson reportedly dismissed as a stupid venue and criticized Kirk for spreading hate. Charlie Kirk was very publicly against gay marriage, trans rights, and abortion. He argued for Christian nationalism, male domination, and was highly critical of Islam, and famously said that gun deaths were worth it for the right to own firearms. He was also an opponent of diversity programs, and falsely claimed, and I quote, "The Great Replacement Strategy, which is well underway every single day in our southern border, is a strategy to replace white rural America with something different." He once claimed, "If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified." According to the complaint, in a conversation at his parents' home after the shooting, Robinson hinted that he was responsible and told them he couldn't go to jail and just wanted to end it. Comments prosecutors say suggested suicidal intent. While his parents asked why he had done it, he allegedly replied that there was too much evil in the guy. All of these details are drawn from charging documents and remain allegations to be proven in court. And in similar news, Luigi Mangione scored a major courtroom victory today when a Manhattan judge dismissed the 2 most serious state charges against him, first-degree murder and second-degree murder tied to terrorism. The ruling, issued by Judge Gregory Caro, found that prosecutors had not met the legal standard required for those terrorism-related counts in the killing of United Healthcare executive Brian Thompson last December. Counts 1 and 2 are dismissed as legally insufficient, Caro wrote in his decision, which was read during a brief hearing at Manhattan Criminal Court. Even with those dismissals, Mangione still faces an intentional second-degree murder charge under state law, as well as federal counts that include murder and weapons possession. His federal case, where prosecutors are seeking the death penalty, remains the most serious threat. Mangione's defense team had argued for a complete dismissal, claiming he was being tried twice for the same crime. But Caro rejected the double jeopardy claim, citing long-standing precedent that state and federal authorities are separate sovereigns, each allowed to prosecute. Where there are 2 sovereigns, there are 2 laws and 2 offences, the judge wrote. Defense lawyers also sought to delay the state trial until after the federal proceedings, warning that Mangione might be forced to testify in ways that could harm his defense in the death penalty case. Caro denied that request, ruling the state charges should continue on schedule. A spokesperson for the Manhattan District Attorney's Office said after the hearing, "We respect the court's decision and will proceed on the remaining 9 counts, including murder in the second degree. If convicted of that charge alone, Mangione faces a possible sentence of 25 years to life. He is due back in court on December 1st. Mangione appeared in court in khaki jail scrubs, shackled at the wrists and ankles, as supporters once again filled the gallery. Outside the courtroom, small crowds gathered, some wearing T-shirts emblazoned with slogans like Free Luigi and Luigi's Pizza. The case has attracted national attention not only for its brutality — Thompson was gunned down outside a Manhattan hotel — but also because of its timing. While no motive has been confirmed in Charlie Kirk's death, conservatives have seized on the incident to demand investigations into progressive groups. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi described Thompson's killing as a cold-blood assassination that shocked America and tied her decision to pursue the death penalty to Trump's broader law and order agenda. Meanwhile, the crime has sparked heated debate about healthcare and corporate power. Some sympathizers have portrayed Mangione as a figure of protest against the healthcare system, while others condemn the attempt to politicize a murder. For now, Mangione's defense has managed to shed the most severe terrorism charges, narrowing the scope of the state case. But with a looming federal trial that could bring the death penalty, his legal battle is far from over. I'm Anthony Davis. You can find me on the 5 Minute News YouTube channel and podcast, on Wednesdays co-hosting Uncovered, and on Sunday on The Weekend Show with Midas Touch.